Hi, welcome to JoJo's Corner. Today I'm so excited to be counting down the best books of 2013. So this year there was massive reading taking place here at JoJo's Corner. I read a total of 142 books. That's right, read, reviewed, talked about, discussed, made videos, loved on, and there were so many amazing books that it was really hard to narrow the list down to a normal amount that I can discuss right now. But I'm gonna show you some of the books that I love and one uber regret. A lot of people ask me, how do I get so much reading done? Well, one of my secrets is reading late at night in bed after everyone has gone to sleep. I have quiet time and I get most of my reading done then. This year though, there were some creepy reads that had me reading in the daylight hours. Check them out. I just love a good romance. This year, there were so many to choose from, and it was so hard to decide on what I felt was the best. But here's a look at my swoon-worthy reads of 2013. In 2013, I really wanted to get out of my comfort zone as far as reading went. And this year, I branched out into genres that I had never even tried before. One genre that really surprised me, that I loved, even though I thought I wouldn't, was historical. There were a lot of great historical reads this year, and here are a few of my favorites. One of my all-time favorite genres has always been fantasy. I love that you can travel to whole new worlds in fantasy fiction, and really anything is possible. Take a look at some of the best fantasy fiction this year. Up next are two amazing nonfiction books that I read this year. I read several nonfiction books. You can check out my complete list of all 142 books that I read this year on my Goodreads account, which I will link below. But right now, take a look at two nonfiction that I thought were some of the best. I really loved that this year the Christian fiction world really just pounced on the dystopian genre. Dystopian is hot in YA especially, and yeah, I'm loving it. But to find so many different varieties and new authors writing in this genre for Christian fiction was amazing. Check out these dystopian reads that I loved. Next set of books they're sort of just in a class all their own. I couldn't really figure out which category to put them in. Some YA, some adventure, yeah, just a ton of amazing books that I absolutely loved. Some of my favorites of the year. Here they are. This year, my most surprising read was a book that isn't put out, it wasn't put out by one of the major Christian publishing companies. It's this one. It's called The Days of Noah, written by Virginia Smith. And this book really surprised me. It's a retelling of the story of Noah, sort of told from a different perspective. It's YA. And what I love is that it's sort of written from a sort of like dystopian point of view. The people are really technologically advanced, and it's not really how we picture the story of Noah. And I think this author did an amazing job. I love the writing style. I love that it made me think about the story of Noah in a whole new way. And yeah, I was really surprised at how much I enjoyed this book. So my most surprising read is this one. I hope you guys will check it out. And finally, it's time for my biggest regret. This year, I didn't regret any of the books that I read because I totally loved them. I read so many amazing books this year, and I found so many new authors that I had never read before that I was maybe a little hesitant to try. Yeah, 2013 was a great year in books. So my biggest regret was actually a book that I did not read. I regretted not finishing a series that I love, and that is the Books of Morals series. I didn't read Sovereign, the final book in this series written by Ted Dekker and Tosca Lee. I took a road trip and went all the way to Houston to meet them and to get a book like hot off the press, but I did not read it. I set it aside, and I think with me, something that's weird is that I tend to not want my favorite series to end, and so I will procrastinate and procrastinate and procrastinate and not read the final book just because I don't want to see the series end. I don't want to say goodbye to the characters, and so I think I've done that with this series. This is my biggest regret though. I really want to finish the series, and I plan to do that early on in 2014. That's what I plan, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. That's it, guys. That's the best books of 2013. As I said, please check out my Goodreads shelf. I have categorized all the books I read, all 142. You can go and look at them. And I would love to hear your thoughts. If you read any of these books, let me know what you thought of them. Let me know if you read another book that you really enjoyed. I'd love to hear your favorite reads of 2013. I'm so excited for 2014. There are tons of books coming out that I can't wait to get my hands on. Series will be continuing, and new authors coming out. I'm super thrilled. Right now, I'm putting together my most anticipated reads of 2014, so be sure to tune in for that. Till next time, from JoJo's Corner, happy reading. Bye.